Hi. So it seems like you're sitting in an energy of transition between point A and point B. This card, the Six of Swords, talks about leaving something behind that felt tumultuous, chaotic, conflictuous, and you are deciding to take yourself to a place of calm and peace where you can balance this energy and find inner peace. That's the point here of the Six of Swords, to find some inner peace. We see three figures here on this boat: a woman, a child, a man. And for now, that's the energy that I'm picking up. Let's see at the bottom what we have. We have the Six of Cups, another six. So there is, at this point in time, someone is trying to balance out not only their thoughts, what runs through their mind, to balance, to find some mental balance, and also here with the Six of Cups to find emotional balance. The Six of Cups also could talk about childhood, memories, the past. But at the moment, what I'm picking up from these two cards, it's the feeling, the need for balance. Balancing the mind, and at the same time searching for a balance of the emotions. I'm not picking up much more than this. Let me clarify. So let's clarify the Six of Swords, please. Six of Swords. Clarify the Six of Swords. What this is all about. Oops. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords and we have the Two of Wands. Clarifying the Six of Swords. So definitely with the Knight of Swords, there is here movement. Movement towards something you believe in. And you're going towards a plan with the Two of Wands. Something is being planned. It's in the plan phase. And the planning phase here with the Two of Wands, and you are charging towards that plan. You are putting this plan into action. Probably because you are searching for this mental balance. Yeah. At the bottom we have the Six of Pentacles. A lot of sixes is the third six that we have here, and the third suit. We have 3 6 and 3 different suits. We have the swords, we have the cups, and now we have the pentacles. Only the wands are missing. So it seems like for whoever this reading is, you are putting a plan into action. in order to bring a lot of balance into your life, not only mental, emotional, but also practical. Could be financial, right? Something like that. I want to clarify the Six of Cups, what this is all about. Six of Cups. Okay, Six of Cups. We have the Two of Pentacles, again, balance. And here the Two of Wands, I forgot. Also a two, also balance. This reading till now is all about balance, equilibrium. And we have here the Hanged Man at the bottom. So when it comes to the Six of Cups, we see that someone is trying to find here a balance, again, equilibrium, and the Hanged Man. At this point, looking at these cards, it also pops in my mind the word equilibrium, because he is here standing in this position. He's not falling, like a pendulum, right? Equilibrium, balance. So there's here a huge need. Someone is feeling a huge need to balance themselves. I want to know where this vote comes from. I want to know what is here in the past. What's in the past? What lies in the past here of the Six of Swords? What lies here in the past? Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Something very solid, something very traditional, something that very grounded, very solid, established, a family, foundation. Someone is leaving something, a very solid situation, but again, the Ten of Pentacles can also talk about something that is so grounded and so established that can become a kind of prison, a kind of cage, because this card talks also about traditions and cultural backgrounds and the different generations within a family. And sometimes the younger generations usually have the tendency to have the tendency not always absorb the traditions as they are. They have the tendency to change the traditions, to adjust the traditions to the modern times. So, but when they are not allowed to do it, then tradition becomes a kind of cage, right? A prison, suffocating. I want to say it's almost suffocating if when we have to stay in a situation just because it has been done always like that. Everyone before us did it the same way, so it's expected from us that we also do the same. So that's a kind of an obligation, it's not really a choice. And so this situation can be a little bit suffocating. I don't know if this is what's going on here. but it seems like someone is leaving this behind. Let's see, at the bottom we have exactly the Seven of Wands. So someone, I think it's becoming a little bit clearer what's going on here. Someone is feeling like they have to stand their grounds, defend themselves from all the requests that come to them, all the obligations, responsibilities that are being asked from this person or people. And so they felt the need to stand for their ground, to stand for what they believe, and to stand up for themselves and create here boundaries. But this is not really yet a boundary. This is just someone that is in a defensive position and against several requests, responsibilities, traditions, cultural rules, social rules, because again, it has been done always like this. Why should you change, right? That's what people say sometimes to us um, when we understand that something makes not much sense in our way to see life, to how we perceive ourselves. Sometimes people in our family or in our communities, there are people that do not accept that some kind of tradition could be changed or evolve into a new one, right? And so we many times we are lost in translation. Sometimes we see ourselves in this position where everyone around us is expecting something from us that we cannot deliver because we are not, it's not part of our reality, or we don't want it to be part of our reality. So we experience this resistance. And it seems like that's what I'm seeing here. Someone is experienced this resistance, and some of us know how difficult it is to change a system. It's mostly impossible to change a system. So the best way to the best way the best thing to do sometimes is just to leave, you know, and to search for another reality, to create our own reality in another place. So I think this is it. Okay, I will take these cards here. I will put them here by the side. And so if this is your situation, then welcome to your reading. This time it took longer. Okay, behind here, the Seven of Wands, we see the Nine of Wands, which is exactly what I was trying to say with creating boundaries. This card was appearing in my mind when I was talking about boundaries, which is not the same as this one here. But it seems like you are creating healthy boundaries at some cost. Now it has some costs. Every time we have an established system, an established tradition, social rule, whatever rules we are talking about here, can be anything. The Pentacles talk about our material life, our daily life, so it can be anything. We can be talking about rules within a job, professionally speaking, right? We can talk about a religion, we can be talking about any kind of social code or social rule or tradition. Can be something really related to a specific tradition within our family. Um, can be an heritage that pushed you in a situation where you felt like you could not really follow your dreams. For example, if this heritage is a family business or a family farm or whatever, it can be so many things, um, that somehow you felt like whatever this Ten of Pentacles means for you, it brought you into a position where you felt like you had to say, no, stop. This is me, and this is who I am, and this is what I believe in, and what you're asking from me just does not fit into my life. And so you are putting up boundaries at some cost, with some costs here. We see interesting. We see a mental unbalance, and that's why we have here the Six of Swords. It's like this is your situation, right? And you're pushing, you're leaving this situation, you're leaving this unbalance that is creating in your mental space, you're leaving these choppy waters, and you're going into calmer waters with some grief, I would say, with heavy heart. I would say that's the feeling that I pick up from the cards right now. And here with the Six of Cups, we may be talking about the balance of emotions, finding, trying to trying to find some balance, trying to cope with things in the best way possible, in the way that you continue to provide for yourself, continue to move on with your daily life, right? Keeping the balls in the air. And with a hanged man here, there's a need for a fine balance, for fine equilibrium, in order for you to, again, find this mental balance. Seeing things here with a hanged man, you could be trying to see things from a different perspective. I'm not sure if this is a real meaning in this reading, but what I see here is only what the word that comes to my mind constantly is equilibrium, equilibrium. So I think this is what it's all about equilibrium and finding a safe place for you to, yeah, to balance yourself again. So let's see what comes next. I want to know where this boat is going, or where it's going to lead you, if you continue moving forward. Um, in fact, it's a kind of an advice. Yeah, I will follow this. The advice, yeah. What's the advice? Yeah, moving forward. What's the advice moving forward, please? Okay, the Chariot, it's clear. The advice here is clear. Move, continue. Continue to move forward. You are on the right direction. You are moved by your dreams, by your hope. Um, you're hoping for a better future. You are leaving behind this town with the castles, and at the moment this is speaking to me like something very rigid. Again, we have here the castle construction, could be this town, right? And so you are going from this rigid reality, you're leaving it behind, and you are searching for something new, being guided by your dreams here with a star, by your dreams, by what you believe in, and by your hope of a better future. Again, the Chariot with these two statues in the front, again, talks it's talking a lot about balance, equilibrium, trying to find, and I'm going to pick up these cards again because they are quite important here. I mean, um, again, equilibrium, finding this fine balance between left and right, between light and dark, between, you know, all those, what I want to say, the poles, no, the poles, the I'm missing the word, between the polarities, no? Between the polarities, the duality that exists in everything in life. And you are with a chariot, you have reins in the hands, and you are riding this, the direction of your life with fine balance, with equilibrium, searching for, um, to stay in the path of the middle. No? At the bottom, we have here the Ten of Wands. So keep going, keep following the direction. It seems like I see here this person moving towards a new place. Yeah, he carries the weight of the responsibilities, but he's moving forward. And this is the 10th card. So it's the end of this. It seems not to, it doesn't seem to be a big cycle. It's a chapter of your life. It's the end of this chapter. You are taking your responsibilities, and soon you will be free of some of those responsibilities, I believe. Continue to be resilient. Continue, you seem to be a very reliable person, someone that accepts the weight of the responsibilities that they are carrying with this decision. That the responsibilities that come with this decision of leaving, there are new responsibilities that appeared in your life, and you are accepting to take them, to carry them with a lot of um, honor and elegance. So yeah, that's it. Move forward, continue. You're going into the right direction, it seems. um, yeah, and because we are talking about travels, let's pick up here the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards and see what it has for us. Okay, additional information about this movement, that it's occurring. Additional information to close the reading, before we close reading. Oops. Okay. Additional information, please. It seems the cards are quite sticky to each other. Sticking. It's hard. You know what? I'm going to change the deck. Probably this is not the right deck, so let's see this one. know what? This has never happened before with me, but I, I, I was called to clarify the chariot, but I thought there was no need. It was so clear, the information. But I will try. Yeah, I will try. So let's see. Can you clarify here the chariot, please? Okay. We have the star, which I already talked about. The star that we see here in the head of the man in the chariot card, for me, was talking about, that's why I talked about the dreams and about the hope that it's in your heart that is leading you. You're moving toward your dreams with, again, with elegance, with integrity. By the way, I have to cover this. So, with elegance, with integrity, and you're honoring your nature, you're honoring who you are, how you came into this world, your deepest emotions. You are honoring your deepest emotions again here with the Six of Cups, and you're definitely fighting for your freedom. So move towards your dreams, move towards this. But as I said, you let the hope, let your dreams show you the direction. Because in the end, this will be a healing journey, right? A healing journey. As we saw before, previously, you come from a place where you felt quite mentally unbalanced, and you are going towards this. This is a healing journey, a healing process. At the bottom, we have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups talks about, again, pursuing your dreams, pursuing your dreams, pursuing what brings you emotional fulfillment. This is not the Ten of Cups, it's the Nine, but he looks quite fulfilled. So yeah, this is you moving towards your dreams, your emotional fulfillment. And as I said here with the Ten of Wands, I'm going to clarify it as well. I'll put this here. Okay, we still have space. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands, please. Ten of Wands. Okay. Ten of Wands, we have the King of Cups. So again, it seems like you are definitely going, as soon as you complete this cycle, this chapter, as soon as you wrap up your responsibilities, close unfinished businesses. It came to me, to my mind, don't know. Closed, unfinished issues that still link you to this past. And when you finish, now I'm bumbling. In this healing journey, you will, at the end, you will find this emotional balance that you're seeking, so much so that you are represented here by the King of Cups. So someone that really knows themselves in their emotional realm so well that they can stay stable, clear, even in the most choppy waters. And so you will find this emotional balance. you will find this emotional balance if you continue this way. At the bottom here we have the Seven of Swords. You will stay serene. You will stay serene, emotionally balanced. Even when your own mind plays some tricks on you, could play tricks on you, you will not let yourself be sabotaged by your own thoughts, by your own beliefs, by things from the past, probably. And so, this King of Cups talks about an immense serenity facing any kind of um, attempt from your own mind to self-sabotage your plans. Okay, let's see now. We'll try again with the Sacred Traveler. Any additional information, please? Any additional information? We have the card Begin Now. Take your first step. Again, it's talking about, in fact, what we have been talking here. Begin now, take your first step. We see here a male figure leaving behind something stable, a home, a family, and he's going on a journey. And so this is what we see here, leaving something solid, probably, like we said many times before, something stable, a tradition, something solid, and moving into a new cycle of your life. Okay? So you're being encouraged to really move forward and to go on with your plan. At the bottom we have embracing enthusiasm. Embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. So it's interesting because this card is looking towards the star card, and the star is all about this. It's all about this pure enthusiasm. It's about, the star card talks about purity, talks about um, being completely naked in front, in front of yourself, being naked to yourself, I want to say. And so this is, embrace this enthusiasm, let yourself be inspired by your own dreams, by the hope that you carry within, and it's something new is beginning in your life, something that it seems like you had to take this first step, and now you're being reminded to do it with enthusiasm and to believe that very good things are going to appear in your life now. You are going towards emotional fulfillment, healing, and emotional balance, real emotional balance. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for listening, and we see us next time.